might just have to make a couple of changes before I do anything. Hey, YDFV, how are you, mate? What's better, ceramic or graphene? Depends on your usage of the car. Depends on, you know, how you drive, what you drive, and you know how much you drive and stuff like that. So it depends. Yeah, I'll check your recent post after I finish the live. I'll have a look. Just give me a sec, guys. Just have to make a couple of changes before I do anything on this. Oh, nice. Good on you, mate. That's very nice. Oh, guys, today we have not a fancy car, just a regular MG ZST. I'm pretty sure they are ZST. Yeah, ZST. That we're doing a window tint on it, or legal tint this time, which is 35 in the front, 20 at the back, and then we'll be doing 50% on the sunroof as well, my top of the range nano ceramic film. I'll be doing a hand cut. With the hand cut, I'll be doing the quarter windows hand cut as well, the top window all hand cut. If you have any questions, let me know, leave me a comment. I am live and I can hear your comments. That's pretty good. $400 payday. What does that mean, $400 payday? Me just arrived? No, I've been working throughout the day, but I'm working less. I've hurt my back somehow. Hey, how you, mate? Yeah, same as last time. I have to go for MRI scan now for my back because my chiropractor said she can't figure out what's wrong with me. Yeah, I hope the same. Thanks, mate. That's more than enough. Thanks, mate. If you have that in your insurance, yes, there are certain insurance that you can get, as in like health cover, and there is a wage cover as well that you can get. Kelsey, hey Kelsey, how are you, mate? Hey Daniel. Alright guys, let's get started on this guy. First thing first, we're gonna clean up all the windows. Yeah, just leave it on the table. %20 film? Yeah, I do have 20% film. So this is 20%, and you'll see it when I install on the car as well. So that's 20%. Legally, that's your darkest limit for the back. Front windows you can go 35%. That's your darkest legal limit, which is not dark at all. I'm pretty sure I left the keys inside the car as well. Yeah. Hey mate, I didn't know that you can actually unhook them. How cool is that?
At Jenny Road, Glenelg, more to discover.
Let's turn it off. How do I turn it off?
More to enjoy.
I don't want to get copyright. Please, someone tell me how to turn this guy off.
There's always more to love at Jenny Road, Glenelg.
Off.
Come for a day.
Hey,
or
off.
stay for the week.
Off. Yo, bro. Steering wheel. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, mute. Okay, that works. That works for me. There is mute, but there is no off. Yeah, now it's off. I'll turn off the lights. And what else? Yeah, nothing else. Are you Australian? Cool kid. I've been living in Australia for 8-9 years now, but I am an Indian. Yep, mate. How much feet in film would be good for 4 windows of car? Okay. I don't know feet. I can tell you meters, and you calculate yourself. Depending on if you're buying a 20-inch roll, then you need at least 4 meters for all your side glasses, and you might need something around the back. Most of the times, this little quarter you can get away with the extra bit that you have on there. So say 4 meters for all the 4 windows, and say about 15 or 1.5 meter for the back glass. But then back glass you won't be able to do with your 20-inch roll, depending on cars. This one you can say if you have a Camry size car, bigger sedan, then you might not be able to do that with 20 inches roll. Then you might have to go with a 40 inches roll. If you're buying a 40 and you cut like I cut, like in a smart way, then you can pretty much get away with 2, 3 and 3.5 meters. Should be more than enough. Oh, let's put this on. Hey, 297, how you, mate? Yeah. I'll be taking out tint from the roll and then putting it on the glass, and I'll be hand cutting it pretty much everything as well. So it'll be nice. If you're learning, it'll be very nice to see for you. Okay, that's my 35%. So this is a 60-inch roll, and I have my factory cut to 20 inches, which is that guy right there, and then 40 inches, which is this one. Okay, So what I do with my 40s, I make it 20s again. So I put a blade in the middle, and when I pull it to the bottom, it gives me two 20s. You know, this is what I'll use for my sides. So let's go grab a tape measure, measure on an angle diagonally, just like this. Whatever you get, I put it on the roll. That's so normally what I do is I put another box at the bottom. So this is the box that I'll use to put my tape measure on, and then I do just like that. This is a nano ceramic film, but any tint, you know, the process still the same, doesn't matter. Once I've got the measurement, then what I'll do, I'll cut the tint just like that, so I have the perfect measurement. Now tint has two sides to it. There is a liner side, there is a tint side. So this one, the tint side is facing the glass and the liner side is facing me. Okay, we'll wet this down. If you have trouble understanding which side is which, what you can do is just take a piece of tint. So that's a piece of tint right there. So just take a piece of tint, and then rub it against each other. So if I'm rubbing and then I feel no friction, this is the liner side. If you're trying to rub and then this is, you know, touching like it's sticky, that means this is the tint side. I'm also a window tinter and you do so differently than how I do it. Yeah, everyone does differently, man. Even my friends, they do it differently. My friends, they go to my live and say, what the heck you just did? This is how I do it. And doesn't matter whatever process you follow. You know, everyone's different because they learn from watching different people, and everyone does it differently. So you know, it doesn't matter as long as you get done the job, and you know, you can get the cars window tinted, it's fine. So what people normally do, because there are a lot of people outside, you know, teaching how to do tint, and everyone's got a different process. You pick up things that you like from different people, and you think this is, you know, this is maybe easier for you, and then you make up your own way of doing window tinting. That's what happens. All right, let's put it on top of the glass. And this is what happened when I do training, like, you know, when we do coaching as well. Same thing happens. People, when they come to coaching, they already tried watching different people, and they have something from someone, which is fine, and then they learn your process meanwhile they're learning. So yeah, they get mixed up, which is fine. Alright guys, once I put it on top of the glass, I leave a little bit extra hanging, and see that seal just right there? We'll use that seal as a leverage. I'll put my blade on it, and then we'll just make a cut just like that. Alright, so this is what I'll do. I'll poke. Yeah, it is cool. Wood and glass. Yeah, wood and glass. Okay, once that bottom part is done, we'll make a cut, and then so this is the the second cut in the pattern. Do I use solo cut? No. And then once this side is cut, I'll move that tint or shift that tint to the same direction. Not by much, just by a little bit. I have to wet the glass because I made a squeegee stroke inside, so you won't let it slip. Just a little bit of water is fine. Alright, as long as my tint is resting on the seal, it means it's nice and straight. I'll just move it a little bit forward, just by say a centimeter that way, and then we'll cut the other side. So when I move it, that means I've made that pattern a little bit bigger. You think the job market in that is going up? Yeah, every single day people buying cars, and there's old cars outside, there's new cars in the market. So yeah, Plus, this requires skill and a lot of training when you're trying to learn the skill. You know? That way, it's very less tinters out there. They can do really good jobs. Bring it back. So that means I've centered the tint out. Once, yeah, fairly easy. Everyone's looking for tinters, to be honest. And this is what I mean. I can use this for my quarter window when I make a pattern, just like that. So we just let it sit there. Meanwhile, I'm doing work on the sides. I can cut the patterns. Yeah, I can cut the patterns. But I like hand cutting. So once I center it out, we'll pull that to the bottom, just by say a centimeter-ish. Hey, thank you very much for the gifts, mate. I really appreciate that. Once I shift it to the bottom, we'll tack that tint in the center. Okay, so that means it won't move if I'm trying to move the glass. Why I'm moving the glass? Because I want to cut the top. So move that glass a little bit at the bottom. Meanwhile, I'm moving it. I always hold this tint and then I flip it. You know, make like a U. So that way, if I'm tinting, you know, if I'm putting the glass down, it won't get stuck inside the seal and just punch up and you can crunch it. Okay, easy to get contracts at dealership. Yeah, fairly easy. With another blade, which is plastic housing, I'll poke this in there and cut the top edge. When I'm cutting this, my knife or the blade is resting on the top edge of the glass. That's why I can just get the same exact cut as the measurement of the glass. Do you use a machine for cutting? Yeah, I've got a machine. I rarely use it. Maybe I use it for quarter windows. Well, I like hand cutting. Let's put it on top of the glass. Now, tint doesn't like sharp corners. Plus, we haven't done our corners yet anyway. So let's do this. Make all of them round. That bottom one. Make it round. Okay, if I have a little bit extra going on, use any sort of tool that you might have and cut it like that. Okay, can you guys see everything? If you have any questions, just let me know straight away. Okay, once that's done, let's move it. Once you've got that center out, we'll take this tint off, we'll flip it and then put it on the glass somewhere else. Now, what I've done is I've created myself both glasses. You know, this is that side and that one is the other side. Okay. What type of film do I use? I use a lot of different brands, and ceramic, nano ceramic, and carbon. Everything depends on what customer needs. Can I turn this light off anymore? I don't think so. Yeah, more efficient. Yeah, that's it. Have you tried Expel? No, I'm not. I'm not getting Expel. Just more heat rejection, that's it. Let's put that battery on charge. Yeah, 3M is fine as long as your customer is happy to pay for 3M. Yeah, one tint has a. That's why I told before. If you're watching me on YouTube, yeah, if you can just recap and have a look, I explained there are two sides to the tint. There's a liner side, and there is a tint side, so you can actually feel which side is which and cut it accordingly. I watched some other day. Thanks for teaching while you're working. Hey, thanks, mate. That's no issues. Let's do the same. Okay, and have a look on this glass. This is different. If I measure the glass like this, I'm not getting the full measurement. Then I'll leave something behind. So this way, only this glass will measure it on a different angle. You know, we'll measure it something like this. So when I'm putting the tint on the glass, I'm getting equal sort of, you know, I'm covering the whole glass. Make sense? Just because that glass is a little bit diagonal-ish shape. If customers don't want to pay, then they're not our clients. What is happening? Okay, make the glass wet. When I put it on top of the glass, the first one that I put on the glass is tint facing the glass and the liner facing myself. Okay, the second one that I put it on there is the tint facing me and the liner becomes a sandwich, so the liner is facing the liner. Okay, now this side is the tint that's facing me. Squeegee out the water. That way the moisture inside creates a sort of like creates a vacuum between both of these two pieces of tint, and then let them stick to each other temporarily, obviously. Hey, thanks, mate. Okay, let's put it on top of the glass just like this. Make it wet, so make it nice and easy to slide and glide there around. We'll do the first cut just like this. Make sure when you're taking the extra bits off, you take it away from the tint, not through the tint, you know, away. Okay. Do you think 2100 is outrageous for a Tesla all windows? Oh, 2100 is a bit expensive. Depends on what sort of shop it is, like what they're doing on it, what sort of film they're putting on it, but still 2100 feels a bit expensive, man. Get some other quotes, you know, find other shops nearby your area, see if someone can do it for a better price. How much you charge for an SUV? SUV I charge 300. As a starting price, you know. Alright, same thing I did to the first one. Pick it up and then we'll bring it to the bottom. And to be honest, for some of you guys, they're new, they're trying it out. Never rub your fingers on the edge, you know, even if accidentally, if you're trying to do this, if you're trying to straighten it out and then you're just rubbing your finger on top edge, it'll cut right through your finger. Make sure you don't do that, okay? This has, see how it has like a curve? Treat this glass as you're treating your top edge. Just this is all one thing for you. Just don't rub your fingers, you know, you don't have to. You don't have to use your gloves. Hey, Rajneel, how you, mate? Nice to see you, man. Very sharp. Okay, we'll use our knife, make a cut. So we'll follow the straight lines. We'll follow that straight line and then we follow this straight line. And then we'll make ourselves edge and we'll round this off just like that. As I said before, tint doesn't like sharp edges. Round this off around this guy just like that, and then around this one just like that. I hope you guys can see pretty much everything that I'm doing. Makes it super nice and easy. With the tint, the water creates a vacuum. With that vacuum, and let that tint stick on top of the glass. See how it's sticking? Now let's make a pattern for this one right there. Oh, hang on. Shit. My fault. Lucky for you guys will see how to make patterns twice. I had to do 20%. I had to do 20% of the back. Cut it on a bigger box. Hang on, this is that's my 20. Oh, this is all finished. That's a waste. I can save this if I'm having another MG on the road, but there's not a lot of people that'll get 35% on the sides. Luckily that I remember. Let's roll it all the way up. Is that the best tint available in the market? No, non-scratch. There are non-scratch tints available. But I would just spend bit of money on tools, that way I don't scratch the tint, or the process you do while you're installing it, so make sure you don't scratch it. That's about it. Where are my plates? So that's 20%. This one there. On this one we're doing the legal limit, which is 35 in the front and 20 at the back. See how this is a bit darker? Now you guys will see how I cut them twice. Practice, a lot of practice. Okay, same way I did to the other side as well, same way we do it on here. You can buy from your local shop, and once I design my own store, then we'll sell some practice cans, or I'm ordering some practice cans, 10% discount on top. I don't know, man. I do different stuff. I don't do window tints. There's days that I'm doing PPFs and ceramics, and there might be weeks that I'm just doing tinting. So different day, different cars, different stuff. Hey, notification. I'm Indian, living in Australia. Hey guys, have I ever done a Lamborghini? No. I don't know, for some reason I like walking. I can always put them. This is as close. How much closer do you want that trash can to be? That's very close. Send me a DM on TikTok. I'll have a look. If I can do it, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll send you my booking link and you can have a look on all the available dates and just book yourself in the morning. I like cutting the sheet, like making my own pattern, but it depends. If you like pre-cut tint or pattern cut, that's fine. Good on you. I think I get better results hand cutting. In the past, we've tinted Aston Martins. That was the expensive one that I did. Some of the like imported cars, R34, some nice R34s we've done, R33s, R34s. I sound like New Zealander. That's a new one because people say I sound like African for some reason. There you go, put it on top. Depending on where you are, it might be illegal. It's legal in Australia. South African accent. What's going on, mate? A lot of people do that. What brand tint I'm using? I'm using Lumi Shield for this one. The top right corner, this one, you'll see when we do the install. You'll have a look. I need a light. TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So if anyone is watching me on, how many people we've got? 479 people watching, 477 people watching me on TikTok. If you want to see my previous lives and you want to learn and see other cars that were tinted in the past, make sure you guys go YouTube, search for Mr Clean Adelaide, same name, and give me a subscribe there. And I've got more videos, maybe around 60-70 videos of other cars that we tinted in the past. How long will it take to finish? If I'm live, it takes me longer to finish. If I'm not live, I might be able to finish 1.5-ish, 2-ish hours, depending on cars to cars. Some cars we can finish 1 hour even. Camrys we can do it quicker. I've done too many of them, that's why. Am I Chinese? No. let's do the back. This is I'll show you how I break the blade with my squeegee in a sec. So this one, the paper in my hand, is called dry sheet. So I put dry sheet on the back of the glass. So when I put my tint on there, it makes it easier for gliding and sliding around, and also because we need to shrink the tint, it needs that movement. Otherwise we'll crease it. Do I cut the window? No, the stainless steel blade doesn't cut the window. Have a look. Working this light? No, this is 1:30 1:30 p.m. I don't know, they're fine. My trash cans are just as fine. For window tint, it's about within week, you know, the same week. Like if you ring me up today, I can maybe give you 2 to 3 days ish availability. Ceramic coating is about couple of weeks, I would say, and PPF is about at least a month. So depending on what you want to get done, is different availability. Because tinting take less amount of time, that way we can, you know, book you in quicker. No, it's not hard. Super entertaining, thanks mate. No, not for that little glass. I might not shrink it. Liberal or liver? Ooh, I don't know, mate. And also, I can't vote because I'm not a Australian citizen yet. Tint goes on the inside. Yeah, it goes on the inside. This is not the installation process, so I'm shrinking that tint. So like what's happening is the tint is a flat piece of plastic. The glass is curved, so I gotta match that curve to the piece of the tint, so when I install it on the inside, it fits nicely or perfectly, you know. That's what's happening. So once this shrinking process is done, we'll shift the tint to the inside and we'll install it on the inside with water. Okay. Oh, nice. Yep. Put it back on the outside, back on the glass, and then we'll put it back on the glass. Yep. So we'll take the rubber seal out of this glass. Let's have a look here. I'm very skilled, thank you very much, mate. Open up the seal. What? I do bottom loading. So loosen that up, take that rubber seal out of the glass, roll the window back up, rubber seals, that's nice, and then we'll wet the glass, we'll start cleaning it. So this is the cleaning process. Pay good attention on what I'm doing, because if you're getting contamination when you're installing the tint, there might be something around here that you're missing. See how this is not foamy as much? Because there is a lot of oily-ish thingy on the glass that might still be there. So next time when I do it, it might get a little bit soapy. So see how this is soapy. The next time we took off all that grime off. So sometimes your customer is like, they do wiping and all that stuff, might be a layer on top of the glass, or sometimes it's just their window cleaner they use, or the rags they use to clean the sides, use the same rag to do their windows. You should cover the door. Yeah, so the Detroit guy, his name's Matt, I watch him for a long time. He does a different method. He does top loading, so he put the tint on top first and then he put to the bottom after, or he put the bottom up first and then the top after. So just a different technique on what he does. That's why he covers the panel, because he doesn't take the seals out as we do. So my water, doesn't matter how much water I add in, it just exits from these drains from the bottom of the door, because he hasn't taken the seal out. All the water that he adds on, if he doesn't cover them up, it just gets into the door. So if I'm doing two staging, or some people call it top loading, then yes, I'll cover them up. But for this one, no. And what we'll do is we'll take a rag, and every time you finish some process, just give that top area a wipe, and it's only a little bit of water that gets onto the door, which is fine. This much water won't affect anything. Been doing it for many years. If it was affecting the cars, we'll start covering them up as well, you know. Grab a tool with the towel and scrub your seals from the inside, you know, see how much dirt that comes out of them, even though it's a brand new car. One method for different cars, yeah. So I use bottom loading, and this is what I use for maximum cars, unless the customer says, hey, can you not take off my panels, and then we'll say yes, okay, that's fine, and then we'll use a different method. Break the blade with my squeegee, okay. Oh, nice, yeah. So that blade, I flip it on the back side, put it on top of any hard card, and just snap it, and that's it. This is what I do. No, never had any problems. See, all that water going in doesn't affect anything. There is no electronics on this side of the door where the glass goes up and down, and also it's the same place. You know, when it's raining, all that water gets in from these seals, you know, that is where all that water entering from the back side. So we put it on charge. That's the charger right there. So keep on charging the battery. Meanwhile, we'll keep the tar on. Yeah, I can. I'll show you. Let me install this one and then I'll show you. This one is a nano ceramic film that we're installing. So guys, have a look, pay close attention. That one, that where my pinky is, goes in there first, and then the corner, the second one, goes inside the seal. Then we'll have space on the other side. We'll bring it to the bottom. This top edge, make it like a taco and just put it in. And now you've got tint on top of the glass. Now align the top edge of the tint to the top edge of the glass. Okay, and then we'll have a look from the outside that we're covering both the seals. I don't see any light gap, and that's it. Wet it. Squeegee the water out from the top. Align it if has to. This is 35%, so that's the legal limit in South Australia. Okay, there you go. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta match. Yep, we'll make it look super easy for you guys. And then we'll do the bottom just like that. Make sure you put your thumb on it. That way you can see if your tint has moved, even though slightly bit. No, this doesn't scratch the tint. There you go. Once you squeegee out all of this and you can see your tint hasn't moved, let's squeegee out the sides just like this. Roll the window up all the way, wet that bottom area, and then we'll squeegee the remaining tint. That's no, I don't think so. Yeah, I can move it just a little bit if it has to, but I won't recommend moving it. Yeah, and then all that spray will wipe it down after. Yeah. Thank you very much guys for the appreciation. That's all that water will just wipe it off after. This is all this water is not getting in your electronics or anything. Alright, that's it. You want mirror tint on car glass? Yeah, can't do that. So I've got action camera mounted on my chest that's recording everything. We've got another camera that's mounted on my computer. That's this one right there, and you might be able to see my arm. Hey, MG, yeah, that's a MG. Okay. The white what? The white smudge. Can tint be placed on the outside? No, I would recommend installing it on the inside. You do whatever you like, mate, but the legal limit is 35 in the front and 20 at the back. If you want to put something dark on your car, it's up to you. It won't be legal. No, you do whatever you like. Okay, oh shit, nice. Okay, roll this down. Yeah, soapy water, that's it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll reply to your message once I finish the live. Make sure your tool is fairly new. Yeah, this one that I'm installing is Nano ceramic tint. Hey, Sam. 90% tint? Why do you need 90% tint? It and that's it. I think any known brand, they're all good brands, but make sure you do it with a professional installer. They've got a shop, they can give you warranty. That's all you need. Yep. See, now the second time that will scrub. Oh yeah, if you don't see out of your windows in night time, probably be 5% or 10%. Oh, 3%. You also have 3% in there. I'm installing window tint on a car. Oh shit. Guys, don't start fighting in here. There is no 2%. Yeah, so 3% installed on your glass might become 2%. So we have 3% tint. And because the glass itself has something on there, so that's what you might say 2%, but actually he's got 3% or 5%. Or say he's got privacy glass and someone installed 5%. Yeah, ceramic tint or nano ceramic tint might prevent all that heat coming inside the car. What tint I'm installing? This is Lumi Shield Infinity, so that's the top of the range nano ceramic tint. How many door panels I break? I might have broken some like clips, that plastic ones, but I've got plenty of them, so we just replace it. But you can't, it's very hard for you to actually break the whole door card. Nah, you won't break that. Johnson baby soap, if you can. Is there a what on MG windows? Someone asked something about MG windows. Oh, the blue pad? Yeah, Scotch pad. Wash my hands because I've been touching microfiber clothes and stuff. Clay bar? Yeah, you can use clay bar as well if you want. As I said, I use stuff that I learned with. Okay, the pinky goes in there first. That one goes in there second. Slide the tint to the bottom. Stick that other end on top of the glass. Move it, align it. And that's it. I think I didn't scrape this one. So we'll see if I have some contamination. That might be because I didn't scrape it. Should be fine. Hey guys, if I miss your comment and it's important, just ask me again, okay? Can someone buy your car so you can tint? Yeah, for sure. I sell the bag, the tint bag, if that's you asking, the sprayer. So go to my YouTube and search for a video that's a jetpack review, and you'll see the whole bag plus all the customization that you can do. And send me an email if you want to order with your address so I can check how much shipping you had to pay. That's it. Hey, thanks guys. That's what you asked. Around 5-ish years, 5-6 years now. But I've been in business 8 years, like doing detailing and other things, wrapping and PPF. I've got a DJI Action 5 camera. Oh, my back glass is all nice and dry. How do I do with what? How do we... what did you file away? I'll file away that little spot. So we'll show you when I do this one. I'll show you what I file away. I missed the spot? Yeah, I might have. What kind of soap? This is Johnson Baby soap. I scraped off a little piece of tin that was hanging on there. That's my file. That's what you asked. How much for a smoke light? Yeah, smoke light, either 200 or 400 depending on what you choose. If you choose to get a wrap or PPF, a pair. Have a good night. Let's take off the other side as well, and then we'll shrink them before installing, and then we'll just install them. Since I am a mechanic, I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. I've always been using Johnson & Johnson baby soap and never had an issue, so I recommend that. But you know, I've got friends that use different soap and they can do the same thing, so it doesn't matter. I would say use whatever you can get. Fake, yeah, right. I've got 500 more people watching. They think it's real. I don't know why you think it's fake. The guy thinks it's fake. Hey, mate. Hey mate, just say once I can see your comment. Put it on top of the glass, and the other one, put it on top of the glass, and we'll start shrinking. This is the shrinking process, not the installing process. Don't ask me if the tint goes on the outside. I know you're writing. If tint goes on the outside, no it doesn't. Space. So you need about half a centimeter to a centimeter-ish space at the bottom to be able to shrink that nicely. So if you moved your tin, a good idea is just do it again. Remove that excess water. Grab a heat gun. Warm it up, start shrinking. So what you want to see is you want to see that mountains turn into waves. Okay. Lift it off, and then we'll shrink it just one more time, just to make sure everything is nice and tight. Okay. Just like that. clean my glass before I bring my tint on there. What sort of film? This is Lumishield. So guys, they were asking what did I file away. So see that extra bit that's going, whoop, this is what I filed on. So you know, when I was making that cut on the outside of the glass, I can do it two ways. I can either cut that straight when I was cutting on top of the glass when the tint was outside, or I can just file that corner off. Yeah, it depends, whatever you do. It's mainly as if you can install it nicely, that's fine. Hey guys, yeah, Jason is right. I have less people this time asking me. I think because I've said before. Yep. Oh, for some reason my TikTok live has ended. What did I not do? Go live. Something happened around there. I know maybe what happened. Notifications. I think I've turned on off notifications for TikTok. Oh yeah, that's it. Top priority. No, yeah, top priority. Okay, this is what happened. I might have, yeah. Sometimes it sends you notifications as in, are you still live? And you gotta press yes or do some sort of puzzle thing. You not do it, it shuts your live down. Sometimes it blocks you for a day. This was nice, so it didn't block me. Lumishield. There you go. Let that glass, wash my hands. have to turn on my TikTok comments now. That's YouTube. Hey, thanks mate. I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead on a test comment. Yeah, that's it. It works. Hey, hola. Yeah, this is only 35%. This is the legal limit in South Australia for your front two windows, and then 20% for your sides. People sell it as when they say, oh, but darkest legal tint on your car. Legal tint is not darkest. It is light, very light. %? Oh, nice. I see in USA people do like all sort of darker tints, you know. Do you mean like, is it all over USA or some states? Yeah, still darker than 35, but we have. Hey, farm boy. I don't think so, man. The guy who bring me this car he wasn't a boy. %20 up front, yeah. Yeah, that's what happens, yeah. So we do 5% as well. I do 15 and 5. 15 is my best seller, and then we'll do 5%. The same story, not legal. Oh, yeah. Can you run a business in Australia without work permit? No, you can't. Who told you that? Just to remove the embedded contaminants, that's why we use a razor. Oh, you were asking? No. Any country, not just Australia, like any country, you need a work permit. With 5%, yeah, 5% very dark in night time. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think they only use the car for daytime driving. Factory tint on the rear is about on some cars 20, some cars 25, some cars 22. So yeah, different brands that do it differently. But some European cars you buy, E-Class or something like that, you know, they've got darker ones. They like, if you measure on the meter, they come up as 19, or sometimes they come up as 15 that I've seen. Government can't do much about it, you know. Somehow They've got it all cleared up. No, he went. He had a cycle, electric cycle. He went home. I have 35 on my front windshield. No, I hand cut all my patrons. The water would hurt the door panel if I just add all that water in these buttons. By all that water getting inside in that area, it just exits from the drain at the bottom. And also, when you pressure wash your car, or it's raining outside, all that water that enters inside these seals is the same area where it goes when I'm doing tinting. Make sense? It should make sense. If I've got just a tinting day, maybe 5 cars. Yeah, got me? Yeah, nice. Okay, so this is what I was filing off the other time when I was doing it. You know, that extra bit. So I'll show you, I'll use my file and we'll just file it off. And yes, it doesn't scratch the glass. That's it. So that was what I filed off. The last time I filed off and guys were asking, what did you do? Oops. Yeah, I do have, but I generally use hand cut. So I am live on YouTube at the same time because it records all my videos and posts them straight away. So if you go to my YouTube and watch for the other live videos in the channel that we've done in the past, so you'll be able to see a lot of cars in there. Yeah, that was just extra bit that we didn't need. Yeah, live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Yep, that's right. All the extra water, whatever that goes, you can just wipe it away, and this won't hurt anything. Yep. No, US, Australia. There you go. That's it. Now we've got these quarter windows to install. Let's do the back window first, and then we'll worry about the quarter. I also have to do the top sunroof as well. Depends on which car you have. Starts at $250. This is 20%, yeah. I use Lumi Shield. Yeah, in Australia, yep. I prefer hand cut, yes. a lot of cars that we have in Australia, we don't have patrons for them, so a lot of people you see are window tinters in Australia mostly do hand cutting. In Adelaide, Australia. If your tint goes wavy, like your old tint. Hey, Uncle Lucy. If your tint goes wavy, I think the best is if you know where you got it installed from, go to them. Mostly window tinters give you a lifetime warranty for it. If you don't know, then yeah, bad luck. You gotta change it. Have someone to replace that tint for you. It only cost you 5k? No, cost you less. No, it doesn't scratch the glass. Hey, thanks, mate. We don't have a lot of Corvettes in Australia, so no, I would say. Maybe give it a go, see how it goes with the heat gun. I use Lumishield. You might not have that tint in USA. A lot of tint you guys have, we don't have that in Australia. Come on, man, what is happening? I can't get that right. Yeah, I've seen people struggling with them, yeah. Oh, this is from Mildura. Nice. There's another area near you guys. I've got a guy who's a detailer. He's coming to us for his window tint training course. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Oh, okay. Alright guys, I still have to make that little tiny adjustment just to fix this up. Ooh, let's do it with the marker. We'll take it off on the other side as well. These ones are a little bit harder just to get the top pattern right. Once you get the top one right, it's fairly easy to install. They don't need a lot of shrinking, and it's a hatchback. The door opens up. You want my job? Okay, I can retire then. Yeah, so cut that extra bit off from both the sides, and then we should have a nice decent pattern. There you go. Yep, that gets in there nicely. Can't scratch the glass unless you know. If you know, I would not. You know. Hey, thanks, mate. Unless you know what you're doing, it's very hard for you to scratch the glass. glass, it's not plastic. Okay, here you go, just tag in the center. That way it doesn't want to move. Let's pick up all of this rubbish. That's it. Let's bring my heat gun. There is no carpet? No. So as a window tinter, and like wet cars and washing cars and everything, can't have a carpet in here. Mission Patrol all windows, $300 starting price. $300 for all windows? Yeah, not including your front windshield. Yeah, I do try and pull up, yep. You want to learn tinting windows? Are you from Adelaide, Australia? Or are you local? MG battery goes flat, the lights on, yeah, the car's on, but I've got the battery charger on there, so it won't drain the whole battery. Bunning sell buckets of window tinting skill. Oh yeah, I'm selling them too, but not in a bucket, but we're selling cans. So you can open up a can and that's got experience in there. So we're selling 6 months experience, 1 year experience, and 3 year experience in a can. Why I'm tinting on the outside? I'm shrinking on the outside and then we'll install on the inside. You'll see it. Okay, let's turn off the lights in here. Radio. Hey, thanks mate, thanks for the subscribe. Mobile headlight restoration, yeah, it's fine, it's nice. This is one of the things that I had when I started my mobile business, so it's nice restorations. The only problem with headlight restoration is you don't do it right, the customer comes back to you, as in a lot of other things as well, you know, they still come back to you. But no, it's not as easy as it looks. Some cars are very hard. I've been there on the same boat and trust me, not as easy as it looks. How high do you want that to be? Come on, mate. Yeah, because we haven't finished installing it. You'll see when we finish installing it, it'll be super crisp and clear. Read my comments. My what on stream SVJ? We knock it off, and that top edge will do it on the glass. With it, put that tint on there. It's called TTS. It's called TTS, text to speech. So just search for live TTS, text to speech. It takes no lag. It doesn't take long, but it does take a lot of practice. So the more practice you can do, the better tinter you can become. Yeah, same story. But you just need practice end of the day. Bro, English. Can't. I don't know what you said. Is that charging? Yeah. Practice, a lot of practice. That was that milky stuff that you guys were talking about, and we're taking it off. It's called a dry sheet. We install a dry sheet at the bottom, at the back of the glass. Makes installing the tint super nice and easy. Yep, you'll see, we'll tint the inside now. Yeah, I use dry sheets, yep. Oh, bounce, I guess, yeah, bounce. And that's it. So can you guys see the back window? You guys want me to connect the third camera? It's up to you. If you can see, that's fine. If you can't see it, we'll bring the third camera in. Let me know. Looks fine. Okay, I may be able to move it up a little bit. Can you guys see it now? I think yes. Can you see now? Okay, nice. Okay, give me a sec. Connected, not connected. PPF, clear PPF. Australia, Adelaide, Australia. Okay, NDI, that one right there. English. Bro, I can't understand that. If you use English, I might be able to reply you back as well. iPhone camera, yep, that's working. It's a magic. See that? This camera, it's fine now, but sometimes it stops working in the middle. So if it stops working or it starts to lag a lot, let me know. So the tint glides nicely when you're shrinking, otherwise the tint will just stick to the glass. And it will not shrink as nicely, and higher chance of greasing the film when you're shrinking. Okay, that's why. No, never been to this. Wash my hands. Awesome. Hey, thank you very much, mate. Wet that tint. Take it off. Thanks, James. We'll wet the glass. Take our tint. Because the back window is more curved, yes. Okay, have that. Ooh. And then we'll make a slam on top of the glass, move it up. Come on, come on, come on. Align it, move it up. Have that nice and sticky. It's always nice because you wiped it all down. You have less contamination in here. You don't want to see any light gaps around here. You see one on the top, just move it. Yeah, that's fine. Move it onto the top, and that's it. Once you have that, use your brush. Wipe away majority of your air bubbles and water. Squeegee like this. Move all the water to the sides. To the bottom if you can do this. Just not that. Your back window is all installed. We'll do one more squeegee. I'm just checking for any sort of contamination if I can see. Any dirt or any lint or anything that's between the tint and the glass, now that I've installed it, is called contamination. So if I have that, I might have to redo it. So that's what contamination is. That's what I'm looking for now. Any little bit contamination that I might see, still might be able to take it out at this very stage. That's fine. There's nothing. Yep. Slightly missed it, and then we'll do one last squeegee. That's it. And then you guys have a look on the angle of that squeegee as well. The angle of the squeegee helps a lot as well. Yeah, I'm pushing the water outside, not on the inside. If you get water trapped in there, it'll become like moisture goes away, but if you have a lot of water, like a pocket trapped in there, it'll become like an air bubble once the car goes outside in the sun. Hey, thank you very much for the rose, man. And then it'll ruin your job, and then you have to redo it, which is not good. Hey, thanks, mate. Yeah, I've not been live. I'm just not feeling well for about a week and a half. Thank you very much, guys, for all the kits. Okay, now we gotta install the sunroof as well on this very car. Yeah, I might still need this camera when I do the sunroof. Yeah, let's put it there. Thanks, Thanks, mate. Yeah, we'll do the rear quarter windows as well, and then I'll need to do the sunroof as well. 2 more things that we're doing on it. Let's put all of this inside of there. In there. These rear quarter windows can be a little tricky to install as well. One in there, small one there, and this one in there. So next time I'll find them, all of them. Okay, let's do these quarter windows first. Oops. Where is my phone? A little bit tricky on these ones. I'll show you why. Let me find my phone first. You guys seen my phone somewhere? Oh. Come on. Me? Yeah, I'm a detailer, a window tinter, PPF installer. They wrap the headlights to seal them. Yeah, you can wrap them as well. So see how this one is a little tricky to install because the area that we're putting in is smaller than the actual sizes of the glass. So see that? This is why this one is a bit trickier. See that? But luckily I can get around with my squeegee inside, so as long as I can tack this area, you know, just tack it on there so it won't move, and then rest I can just squeegee around, use a couple of different tools with combination. Okay, so let's clean it first. I use a Lumi Shield. Okay. Customers, not mine. Why would I put a blanket in the car? Darn. I don't know, man. I'm not getting expelled. I've never used it. I've used it once, but yeah, I don't know. No comments. Okay, once you do that, the rest is fairly easy. I'll make that tint as a taco. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, you make this like a taco. Just trying to put that in there. It gets tricky sometimes. 3M. Expel is the brand. Make sure when you squeegee that, it doesn't want to move. Yeah, it doesn't move. That's good. And the rest should be all good. Installing that down. Majority of the water is out. Suntech is a good brand. I had problems with Suntech only because of their software. Like I was buying them for the software plus for the tint, and the day I decided to use something else, I said no, we can't have you use core anymore. Oh, I've had no one ask for security film on the glass. Why do you guys install security film on glass? On like car glass? Hard to break in? That's what it is? Ah, so police vehicles, they do security glass, is it? I didn't knew that, man. Yeah, that might be hard to shrink. Ah, okay. So if I ever leave window tinting and start my another business of selling bags, I'll get you to do my car. Have I used high-tech film? No, I've got a lot of followers. They use high-tech film. Personally, there's a lot of film brands. They're not available in Australia, and my brand is not available in a lot of countries, including USA. I can imagine how hard would this be later down the road when customer want to take it off. I'll just, it's just easier for that time. Just break the glass, get your insurance company to put in a new glass for you. Market is what? Market is locked out for some brands? Yeah, maybe. Something to do with where they're made. There you go. Thank you very much for the gifts, mate. I really appreciate that. That's it, guys. This is how you do the quarter windows. Not very easy, not very hard. Let's move on to... I need that. There's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, now we're gonna do the back glass. I think most brands are priced the same. Some brands shrink differently and their shades are all different for some reason. Hello. Yo. Okay, yeah, let me know, but give me a phone call. I'm live, I can't read your messages. It's better if you... Yeah. Hey, thanks, mate. Yo. Okay. All right. Hey, Alex, you always see me tinting? Yeah. Yeah. What sort of words? Let's do 50%. Ooh, that's the one. Okay, let's do half and half. That should be fine. Let's measure that damn thing first. Nano ceramic. 750. That's fine. So yeah, that's alright. It's just got enough. Ooh, and also shrinking. Which way do I want to shrink? Right. Let's do 850. And also guys, window tint only shrinks one way, only shrinks in one direction. What I mean, so your tint will not shrink in the direction of the width of your roll. It'll only shrink in the length side of the film. Where do I keep my cutters? Does that make sense? It's a DJI action camera. That's what I need. So my tint, that big piece will only shrink on this side where my hand is. So that means if I put that tint on top of my glass, I have to shrink the tint on two of the directions, which are the front side of the car and the back side of the car. On there, take that excess off from three of my sides. Yep, that's it. Yeah, I've got plenty of space around the back. Okay, it's, yeah, fairly easy. I'll show you this time. I'm getting a phone call. Oh. I got disconnected. Come on. Where is that now? I've got plenty space all around. Let's just leave it on top of the glass. That's all good. Extra bit goes in the bin. I need that. And my heat gun. It is 50%, 50. It looks darker because of the interior of the car. Oh, hang on. Just hot. I don't want to grease it. Start shrinking. Put the wire on top of my shoulder so I don't scratch the car. And I want to see these mountains turn into waves. That's it. Teslas are the hardest? Yeah, Teslas are. This is what I have to do with TikTok. Last time it got disconnected as well. I just have to do that puzzle thingy. Okay, here you go. For shrinking the film, I keep it on full blast. If I need less temperature, I just move that heat gun a little bit more towards the back. If I need it more hot, I move it towards the tint, and that's it. But normally I just keep it on full blast. And this Ryobi ones, you can't change the temperature as well. You've got a setting which is 1 and 2. I think mainly it's just for the amount of air that's getting out of it. Okay. Let's put that light at the bottom. Same thing I did with the first time. This one I think is max at 600. Turn off the lights. Oh, the car lights are on. I can just turn off the car now because I don't need lights. Finished. Almost finished with the car anyway. Okay. Yeah, can't see much. If you can't see much of what's happening, the best method to use is paper. I need to see the edge of the glass from the outside so I can cut that end down. If it gets harder to see, just add a bunch of white paper inside so I can see the edge. That's it. That's what's happening. So now when I go outside on top, I should be able to see the edge. Yep. I do have a tool that I'm working on. Once designed, I'll be able to see all inside without any lights. And what? Pasta? Same thing in pasta. What? This side is all fine. I can see what's happening. I think it's around maybe 3 o'clock. Hey BMK, how are you, mate? Yeah, I missed my power bill. 3 p.m. PM. Yes, papers stick together because of moisture. You are correct. Oh, yeah. Australia. I think that might be a bit easy, yeah. Adelaide, Barra Hills West. Come to America? Yeah, for vacations, yeah, 100%, man. Hey, thanks, PM guy. Still getting harder to see the edge. Oh, nice. You guys say Cali to California? LA. Queensland is east of Adelaide. What? Maybe. Check it on the maps. Thanks for letting me know. Live is still live. Okay. No. Okay, you gotta make sure when you put that back on the glass, I gotta make sure, yeah, the camera switched, I switched it back, that this is the top side. We'll put it on the top. Okay, let's turn on the lights back on again. Fadi, are you a window tinter, man? Are you a window tinter? Yeah, man, we'll also put it inside, you know. A little bit of process we have to do on the outside. So, oh yeah, nothing wrong with that. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. That's alright. Just back windows. Sometimes when I'm in a rush. You know too much about the business. Is it? It's alright at the moment. I don't. No, it's gone. Like, it's expensive. Now you can tell things are gone expensive, but it's still like, I think it's still fine. I was scrolling TikTok and someone said Australians are protesting that they want immigrants out of this country because they can't find enough jobs and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Till date, if I go outside and search for a job, I'll find it for some reason. I don't know if it's what that is, but oh yeah. I think if you just go outside, look for a job, you'll be able to find a job straight away. Okay, I am in Para Hills West. I think people don't realize immigrants bring a lot of money to the country. Immigrants creates a lot of job to the country. Government makes a lot of money from immigrants. That's why they can't. It'll be impossible to kick immigrants out. Yeah, they pay a lot of tax. Immigrants, immigrants barely taking a Centrelink as well. If you see one immigrant taking Centrelink, it's very. Salisbury East, oh nice. Oh, 100%, man, yeah. And also, it's not the immigrants that coming in the country, it's your government, they're calling them. If government stops giving them visas and all sort of things, they will not come to your country, It's your government, not immigrants. People don't realize that. Yeah, we'll use heat gun to shrink. How much to tint a Toyota Kluger hybrid? Hey, I've got the same car. $300 starting price. Alright. Yeah, I do. No worries, mate. Yeah, tint will get slow as well if it's summers or winters, So winter times tint gets slow. Tint takes a lot of practice, yeah. Tint takes a lot of practice to learn. We do courses, so yes. This is what I tell to a lot of my students, You need a lot of practice. You fail to do practice, you'll forget what I teach in the course and no more tint for you, mate. Come on, get hot. Yeah, that's it. that's it. What do you guys say? Kidda Paji. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah, mate, it's on the outside. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Is it normal to have little air bubbles after a week of installation? No. No normal. If it's not white bubbles, you're fine. Oh, after a week, like maybe moisture gets away within a week. I think so. Never had anyone after a week give us a phone call. Let's turn off the lights. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's supposed to be inside. You're right. Yeah, that's another thing. If you like really cold, if you have icy snow weather, yeah, maybe. Got a little bit too much. Hey, it's my talking out. हाँ जी भाजी क्या हाल चाल? All good sir. हुकुम. हाँ जी. हाँ जी. वो बस या तो ट्रिम होगी या चेंज कर देंगे. हाँ जी. कोई नहीं ਉਹਦਾ नॉर्मल ही आ. हाँ ਉਹਦਾ कोई चक्कर नहीं. ਨਾ ਉਹ ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ. ਕੋਈ ਚੱਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ. ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਸਰਿੰਜ ਨਾਲ ਨਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੰਚਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੱਢ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ. ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਉਣੀ ਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਰਾ ਲਓ. ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕਰਾਉਣੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ. ਸਭ ਟੂ ਯੂ. ਲੀਵ ਇਟ ਅਪ ਟੂ ਯੂ ਭਾਜੀ. ਹਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਛੱਡ ਦਿਓ ਬਾਈ. ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਗਲੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਭੇਜ ਦੇਣਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੈਲੰਡਰ ਦਾ ਲਿੰਕ ਅਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਔਨਲਾਈਨ ਬੁਕਿੰਗ ਬਣਾ ਲਿਓ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਦੇਖ ਲਿਓ. ਆਪਾਂ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਭਲਾ? ਕਿਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ? ਅੱਛਾ ਜੀ ਹੁੱਡ 'ਤੇ. ਓਕੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੁੱਡ 'ਤੇ ਫੈਂਡਰ PPF ਅਤੇ ਅੱਛਾ ਪਿਛਲਾ ਬੰਪਰ ਵੀ. ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੈਲੰਡਰ ਦਾ ਲਿੰਕ ਭੇਜ ਦੂੰਗਾ. ਤੁਸੀਂ 3 ਡੇਜ਼ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਦੇਖਿਓ. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ 3 ਦਿਨ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਕਰ ਲਿਓ. ਹਾਂ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਡੇ ਬੁੱਕ ਕਰ ਲਿਓ. ਬਾਕੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਲੂँਗਾ ਆਪੇ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਛੱਡ ਦਿਓ ਬਸ. ਮੈਂ ਭੇਜ ਦੇਣਾ ਲਿੰਕ. ਓਕੇ ਓਲ ਗੁੱਡ. GTA 6 graphics are top quality. First person looks top. Oh shit, nice man. I play GTA. I play GTA 5 every day. Is it out? I didn't know that released it. Thank you very much, Marie. Yeah, I'm good. I wasn't feeling well from a couple of days. I hurt my back. Still got to work. If your blight stop blighting, give it a snap. I'm not good at what I'm doing. What do you mean? Hey, mate. Lumi shield. Have you seen cutters in factory made of ceramic to reduce lag? No. Cutters in factory made of ceramic. No, 50%, 50. Okay, let's turn on the lights. Have I seen my phone? What? When the mic film? No, I've got no idea how that's made, to be honest. Guys, you seen my phone somewhere? Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, a little bit more shrinking that it requires. Zov, I can't understand. If you use English, then I'll be able to answer. Yes. What's up, man? I have 15% in the front. Yeah, same as my like front. You mean front windscreen? there's the top part. Let's try on the top. I've got a 2-year-old daughter. Apply with the 2-year-old when I'm not doing walking, when I'm not working, or apply GDA. Just make a little dab. Okay. Let's move it inside. I don't need these fibers anymore. Save them because I might need them next time. That's it. Move the seats forward. Lean that. Put that stuff to the bottom. I don't need the light anymore. That on charge. Let's do the first one first, and we'll do the second one second. Do you guys want the third camera in here, or you guys can see what I'm doing? Hey, slippery. Okay. I tint both sides? No. No, I only tint one side, which is inside. Let's put it on the other side because I still need to go in and out. Okay, auto. I think that looks fine. Need to change that, let me know. It lags sometimes as well. I can see it just as fine today, but sometimes it lags as well. If it lags again, let me know and then we'll change it. Uh, this is called a jet spray bag. I designed it myself. Are you on YouTube or TikTok? You're on YouTube. So if you go to my channel and search for a video that says jetpack revealed, you'll be able to see that, and you can order as well for yourself. You can custom design a lot of things. I've recently got 2 orders from US. Now we're shipping to the USA. So I ship to all over the world. Yeah, it holds 3 liters of water. You can change the color of the bag, you can change the color of the hose, you can change the triggers that's on there, you can change it to adapt any battery system you might have, Makita, Ryobi, D-Volt. If you need that, watch the whole video and send me an email of Lucy. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, once I finish the live, I'll have a look at all the messages that I've got throughout, and I'll reply you back as soon as possible. Where do you get your tools from? I use Unicorn Films from Canada. Oh, nice. I get my tools from a lot of different shops, depending on what they are. So some tools are from the US, some tools are from locally. Wash my hands. Okay, water finished in there. Wash my hands and I've got no water. My spray wand system, yeah, that's the bag that I have, which is this guy right there. I design it, custom make it. You guys watch the whole video and let me know what sort of customization you want in that bag, and I'll custom design one for you, ship it to your address. Takes about 4 to 5 days to design and build you the bag. Because I gotta wait for materials and stuff. Depending on what you choose, I might have in stock, I might not have in stock. I'm from India, but I live in Australia. Let's change the water. This is MG. Chinese brand. Yeah, a lot of Chinese brand that I see nowadays, you guys not have in US because we don't have patrons for it. So a lot of cars that I have patrons in my software, if it doesn't have a patron, means the cars are not sold in the US. And we have Ford Everest, super nice Ford SUV, and they don't sell it in the US. That's it. You know, Holden is Chevrolet. They get sold in US as Chevrolet. Different names. You know, we had Cruise in India, and same thing, sold under Chevrolet. Yeah, you know, same story, but you have a lot of variety, yes, which is right. Nah, US doesn't have MG. I don't think so. Most common car in Australia has to be a Holden. I design it and I sell that backpack. So if you need, let me know and I can custom design one for you as well. There is a YouTube video on my channel that explain everything that's in the bag and how you can customize for your needs. Watch the video, let me know, and we'll make one for you. I have to change the camera, isn't it? Yep. Super nice and easy to install these using a back roll method. All you gotta do is make sure it's sticking to the glass, keep on unrolling, reach to a point, put it onto the right place. Yeah, my pattern is a little bit bigger on the window, which is fine. I can always trim on the inside. Just like that, we installed it. Yeah, I can send to anywhere you like. It just, you know, it will be extra for the shipping, but send me an email with your address and what sort of customization you need for the bag, and I'll send it to you. Wherever you are in the world, I'll send it to you. Are you paying for shipping? Doesn't matter. You have most of the trucks. I would say yeah, you've got a most variety of faster cars in there. Like Adelaide wouldn't have a lot of fancy cars in there, but then Sydney and Melbourne, they've got more fancy cars than us. I'll do the other side. A lot of things that USA have, we don't have. Very hard to ship here as well. Once I finish, we'll park the car outside in the sun. That's pretty much clear all of this out. Any sort of finger that pop back, we'll fix it up outside in the sun, because I don't struggle with them when they installed inside. But you have Malu. I think you've got Malu Chevrolet. And then we've got the back now. Let's see if I can move it to point around the back. Yeah, Adelaide is fine. A bit quiet. You guys see the whole back? Just on the corner. Can you guys see now? That's it. Change directions. Yeah, I want to move to Sydney. I've got friends in Sydney, I've got friends in Melbourne, but no one in Adelaide. Is it? Oh shit. Okay, I might be wrong. Hey, on great, how are you, mate? Still the MG, yeah. Almost finished now. Just the sunroof, and that's it. I think it took me about half an hour just to cut that sunroof around. Okay, so what? I'm getting a phone call. That's all nice and clean. Go outside, we'll bring our tint. Oh, what? Yeah, for sure, man. I'll let you know if I go live tonight. I'm not planning to. I calm down to 1 to 2 cars a day. I've hurt my back somehow. A painkiller I take only lasts me about a couple of hours. Can't take more than 2 a day. Hey Josh, how are you, mate? Okay. Hang on, guys. Do I show you a fancy technique? Nothing fancy enough, to be honest. Okay. Wet the glass, put the film on, and that's about it. Come on. This one is nice. I won't get any fingers in this one. I've got plenty of space to move around. First thing first, tack the part where it says some numbers on it. Okay, and then we'll move to the rest of the glass, just like that. People say what people say nowadays. Hey, mate. There you go, guys. Hey, car lover. How are you, mate? So just wipe away. There you go. I am from Adelaide. Is it? Hey, thanks, Mark. Yeah, I had no idea, man. Clean the glass for the next job. I really get any watermarks on there because I've got filtered water. I parked the car outside in the sun. Oh shit, no. Yeah, it makes sense. Like some part of it does say to my mind like it makes sense because it's clear, but no, because it's tint, that means it's tinted, you know. The dark is how it goes on the glass. Alright guys, this is how you install window tint on MZ ZST. If you have any other questions, just ask me now because I'll be gone in a couple of minutes. If you're watching me on YouTube or TikTok, make sure you guys do subscribe. If you're watching me on TikTok, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe my channel, which is Mr Clean Adelaide. That does give me a lot of appreciation from you guys, and because I'm new on YouTube, so I'm trying to grow, help my small business, give me a follow, a subscribe on YouTube. What side do you heat up? What do you mean? Shrinking, when I'm shrinking, so I heat up the sides that the length way, so you can shrink the length but you can't shrink the width, so yeah, that's what it is. Thank you very much guys. Make sure you subscribe as I said before, and turn on your bell notifications. I don't have a fixed time to go live. I just go live whenever I feel like it. Plan to, once my bag is fixed, and I plan to go live every single day, something that I used to do before as well, but now it's every couple of days, so maybe every day or two I plan to go live. And that's about it. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, thank you very much guys. Very good efficiency. Yeah, thank you very much. How much time? It's I've got no idea. Hour and 52, maybe 3 hours, maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to finish up the whole car plus live and all this stuff. Not bad, but I know guys they can do it quicker, so it's not about time. I take my time and I'm slow. I say it, I'm slow. Anything else you guys want to know, ask me within a couple of minutes. I'll be fixing up the car, and that's about it. We'll let the customer know that it's finished so he can pick it up. That's a good idea. And we'll see you guys in the next live, hopefully tomorrow, but not 100% sure. I've got a guy who's waiting. Alright guys, thank you very much. We'll see you next time and hope for the best, and you guys enjoy your day as well. Thank you very much. See ya.